You're listening to the Platte River Bard.
Hello, and welcome to the Platte River Bard. This is Chris Berger.
And I'm Sherry Berger.
And we are here today with Nick Jansen. He is the president of the board of Omaha Fringe, and we're going to talk about the Omaha Fringe Festival today. That is August 8th through the 10th. That's going to be at the UNO Black Box. That's going to be at the Blackstone Theatre, and it's also going to be at Shelterbelt Theatre this year.
Yes.
And Nick, thanks for talking with us via the internets this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for having me on. It's great to see you both too, even virtually.
Oh,
yes.
I want to make one correction. It's August 7th to the 10th.
Oh,
okay.
The 8th to the 10th.
So that will be August 7th through the 10th.
perfect.
Don't want to miss out on a day. There's only a few shows on the 7th, but they are there. So.
Okay, perfect.
Get that changed.
Awesome, yes.
So now Shelterbelt is a new venue this year?
Yeah, they're new this year. We started that discussion at last year's Fringe. They did a show in the Fringe last year.
Yeah.
And they had just gotten up and running again after going on a hiatus for a while, so we were really excited to make this happen and bring the Fringe to their venue. And it's a beautiful little theater.
Yes.
And they've been so generous with their time and their equipment and like everything. It's going to be a really nice space for the Fringe this year.
That's great.
We've got some really awesome shows in the Shelterbelt this year. I think you spoke with Coffee Tonk the other day.
Yes, we did.
I listened to that episode.
Yay, thank you for listening.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like such a fun show. You know, one of the things about being on this side of the festival is I know very little about the shows going in. And some of it I don't really get to really know much until we get to like the opening party. Right. And then I'm like, oh, that's what that show's about. I've read that title a million times, so we're prepping. But
Sure, yeah.
Right.
So that one seems like it's going to be a lot of fun, like a country style square dancing new musical. I mean, that's all kinds of new for the Fringe.
I know, yeah, that's great.
And I know I don't seem like the type, but I do love a good square dance. So I'm very excited for that one. And then we have Discretion. That I don't know much about that one at all, but it's I think 3 performers, and it's by an artist named Rike. I met him at the opening party or the lottery party back in March, and he was very excited. He helped us get a lot of reach out for the button contest. So we talked a little bit there, but I'm excited to see what he's doing with that.
Nice.
Looks like it is a live music piece and a little bit of R&B music. So it's maybe Shelterbelt is our music sort of venue this year, it seems. It just kind of happens by happenstance that like we don't particularly build certain spaces to fit certain genres, but by providence, it just happens that way. So because you're like, oh, these people all need a certain amount of space for instruments or whatever. Well, they can all be in this one space. That makes sense.
Sure.
Then we've got Go to Sleep. That's also, I think, a new musical. Yes, it's a one-act comedy musical run by Penelope Flowers. I have a few friends in that one. I saw them at a party the other day, and I was like, "Oh, you're in that show? That's cool." This is how it works. Like I do the basic logistics, then I get to learn all of it as we go in, just like anybody coming to the Fringe. So it's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
I like these shorter musicals, man. That's been a trend, I think.
And I'm a big fan of a short show. That's why I love a Fringe. Yes. I like to sit there for an hour, in and out, have a good time, and then stretch my legs.
Fair enough.
You know?
I agree. We saw a 10-minute musical at First Flight Festival at Angels Theater this last weekend. I'd never seen a 10-minute musical. It was great. It was great.
It was so great. It's like, okay, so now I'm totally down with short musicals.
So now an hour is going to be great, too.
Hour-long musical. Perfect.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I heard about the First Flight Festival from Clay Ferris-Knapp.
Clay Ferris-Knapp.
Yes. Clay Ferris-Knapp. He's such a wonderful human being.
I got to direct his little show out when he did Mix and Matchinate. He did a short version for First Flight, and then he did the full version for Fringe, which the whole thing got done at Fringe, so that was really nice. But yes, that was a good one.
Yeah, because First Flight is 10 minutes and Fringe is an hour.
Fringe is an hour, yeah. He got to do the whole thing.
It took me a while to remember that.
It's a nice step up. It's like you can try something here first, make it develop a little more, bring it to the Fringe, and it's all so close together. I love that.
It's true.
Yeah,
that's all happening.
True.
It is nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then also at Shelterbelt, we've got a show called Looking Glass. That is by, I'm trying to find the producer here, produced by Violet Mirage. That sounds like an interesting production company name. So there, it's a shortened version of Thomas Lodge's A Looking Glass for London and England, which was published in 1594 originally. So it follows a biblical tale of Jonah from the perspective of Nineveh. That's very different from anything else in that space.
Yes, very much.
Looks like they say it's very queer, very debaucherous, and uses the line between sex and religion as a jump rope. So that's a great way to put it.
It's a hell of a description.
Absolutely.
And then this is one of the ones I'm personally very excited about, just because I've met some other fringers who've done other fringes around the country and have talked about this show. The Curious Revelations and Astounding Insights of the Great Chame. I hope it's Chame. I'll find out later. Or Shame. I'm betting Chame with a little
you're
tilde on there.
Yeah.
But it's by Tozy Magic is the producer. And she does, it looks like there's like some puppetry involved, some magic and drag.
Nice.
Looks like a really interesting kind of kooky show, and some of the other fringe artists I've heard from who have seen her show at other places said it's pretty good. So, so we're excited to have her.
Puppet, so I'm down with it.
I love a puppet. I love a puppet moment.
Yep.
It's been a couple years since we've had a puppet in the fringe, so that's it's good to bring some puppets back.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what's going on at the Shelterbelt, and those shows are going to happen 3 times throughout that weekend from the 7th to the 10th. So there's lots of different times to catch it, and folks can find the information on those shows at omahafringe.org.
Nice.
And purchase tickets directly online, although we also will sell tickets at the box office in person, and most people go that route because you might be out at one show and be like, ooh, I read about that show now. I kind of want to go over to the Shelterbelt and see that show, or maybe I want to go over to Blackstone and see that one. So we welcome people to tour the fringe and get as much as possible in.
Absolutely.
Yes. Absolutely.
So
that's Shelterbelt.
That is Shelterbelt, which is new this year for the Fringe.
So the Blackstone Theatre, formerly known as Big Canvas Theatre. In the Blackstone Theatre, we've got a show the following: How to Smoke 3 Cigarettes at Once.
Excellent.
It's by Co-Arts Theatre Company, and it is it's an uplifting and hilarious, touching crash course workshop on the modern American coping mechanisms. So I assume smoking is in there somewhere, but ways to people deal with their stress in a hilarious way. The other ones at the Blackstone Theatre, we've got Godzilla's Not a Dinosaur. That's by Abby Bland. It's a stand-up act, and you've got to look at this picture if you get a chance to go on the website. She's dressed up in this really funny-looking dinosaur costume.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's a performance as a love letter to Godzilla nerds, the LGBT community, and anyone who's ever screamed into the void about being misunderstood. Sounds like a fun little piece.
That'd be great.
And again, one that I heard about from other fringes around the country that happened this summer. So one to look out for. We've got Maggie's Convent. It is a short play about Margaret Cavendish, the Duchess of Newcastle upon Tyne, who's dared to publish under her own name in an era where female authors were expected to remain anonymous. So I believe it's a historical biographical piece. That one should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, that'll be neat.
And it looks like we got more puppets in that one too. So if you like puppets,
give me a puppet show.
We've got There Is No Woman. This is by the Angels Theatre Company. It's a performance stitching together poetry, storytelling, and science delivered by a pioneering figure in the spoken word scene. So it's a spoken word piece. It's a very small cast. So they just... I know she was putting this show together recently, and she had lost her lead actor and was going to have to drop out. But we found her one. We got somebody for her, and that was like one of those like nice little Fringe success stories where like somebody gets to keep going forward. You know, so we try to do our best to help people out and get them the things they need so they have a successful run.
That's great.
So never let it be said that the Fringe is not just not doing everything we possibly
that's
can.
right.
You know, there's nothing that we've almost never been able to find not be able to find a solution for something. So
right.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it was within a number of days, and I have to thank like the whole Omaha theater community. Like I saw so many shares in that post, and they got somebody in within like 2 days of us posting about it. So
that's awesome. Yeah, losing your lead actor, not good.
I know that's got to be tough, especially when you're doing a show for the first time, or like you're doing this by yourself. You know, that's a lot.
Well, yeah.
But I'm so glad they're able to perform anyway, and we'll get to see them. And then finally, we have the 15 minutes I was an Instagram poet and other tales. So again, this is a spoken word piece, and it's so it should be pretty interesting. We've got a lot of different kind of a couple spoken word pieces, some comedy. Usually Blackstone Theatre in the past has been more of a stand-up and improv venue. We didn't have as many stand-up and improv that submitted this year. So just by chance, we got a lot more spoken word and poetry sort of pieces. So that's maybe
cool.
the vibe for that venue. If you're a little more intellectual, or perhaps not. I don't know how intellectual Godzilla's Not a Dinosaur is going to be, but I won't.
Hard to say.
Hard to say. It's you never really know with a Fringe show.
I mean,
it might surprise you.
Godzilla is
not a dinosaur. No. And then so now we'll bop over to the UNO.
Two venues at UNO.
Two venues at UNO. Yes.
Right across the hall from each other.
Yes. So, and one thing to note, if you're going to UNO this year, there's construction at the Weber Fine Arts building, so you have to enter the building from the loading dock, not through the main lobby.
Okay. So you
good thing to put out there. It'll be pretty obvious as you're arriving at UNO, but. So we've been braving that front of setting up a pseudo lobby downstairs at the loading dock. So that'll be very fringy to have to put your back office in a side room off. You know, so
sure. Yep.
Well, good pivot. You guys have been pivoting very well.
It's been a lot of pivots this year for sure. So in our main stage space at UNO, we've got Karma Brava. That's by Karma Lilola. She is a local trans performer. And I'm not sure all what her show's about. She had applied for the Fringe a couple years ago and wasn't able to do it for health reasons. And I was so happy that she reapplied and got in.
Yes.
So I'm excited to see what she's doing with that piece. And she's an inspiration in general. So like, you want an inspiring, funny, sort of raunchy piece. All those things in one. Like it should be a lot of fun.
It'll be funny. It's good that she was able to make it back. I remember they had to drop out, and it was like, because it was health reasons, and it was like, oh no.
Yeah,
so it's good that they're back.
Then we've got an evening at the Kashba. That is the belly dance show. If you've been to Omaha Fringe, you know the belly dancers. They have by providence alone have made it into the Fringe every single year, 7 years straight.
That's wonderful.
So we do all our shows through a lottery system. Of course, if you've heard the episode on the lottery party for the last couple of years, you know that. So they've just by chance gotten in every single time. So they're so much fun. It's always it's a promise to be a much bigger show with lots more moving parts. They've got like I think 36 performers in that show this year.
Wow.
It should be really, really interesting. I've heard great things, and it's always a lot of fun to watch. If you've never seen belly dancing, it's a great way to introduce yourself to it.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. If you've never seen it, go see.
Yes,
they do a good job.
We've got Gurukulam returns again with Indian classical dance, and it's always a mix of different performers every night. So and Malika, who runs Gurukulam, she has different groups who come in for every performance. So it's you never know what you're exactly going to get, but it's a beautiful.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a beautiful dance style, and I think this is their 5th or 6th year in the Fringe, so they've again just had a lot of good luck in that lottery and been in a lot of times. So, but yeah, she says they'll share a presentation that reflects their collective journey of her students, celebrating tradition, community, and the timeless grace of Indian classical dance. Also, totally worth your time just to like pop in. I think that whole venue is going to be filled with a lot of really fun stuff. We've got a short play that's coming from it's either South Dakota or North Dakota. I can't remember right now. I want to say they're from North Dakota. It's called There Is Something I Must Tell You. It's based on the historical records. The play takes us into the first mental asylum in the Dakota Territory.
Oh my!
So that seems like it's going to be a real happy play.
That will not be a happy play,
but very significant.
Very significant nonetheless. And so this is they've been touring this show to other Fringe festivals on their way to Omaha. So from North Dakota. I've talked a little bit with them about how getting this thing set up, but they seem like a really great group, and I'm excited to see what they're bringing to us.
If it's a historical play about the early days of mental asylums, if you know nothing about it, I would recommend to see it. It will shock you like nothing else. I can't even convey the kind of things that used to go on.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
In mental facilities in all countries, but here as well. Holy cow!
And then pivoting from that, also a returner to the Fringe, Vokes Dance Collective returns once again with a new dance piece, The Way Home Where Horses Fly. Again, no idea what that show is exactly about, but Vokes Dance Collective they're some of the most powerful dancers I've ever seen. Their shows always amaze me, and I'm not a dance person. I will go see the dance shows because I help run the Fringe, and I'm going to go support everybody. But it's not my genre. That's kind of the great thing about the Fringe is there's lots of different things for everybody.
Yeah.
But I will say I tried watching dance for the first time, like really seriously, with Vokes Dance Collective, and I am a diehard fan. I think they're wonderful. They do some really beautiful work, and I'm excited to see what they're doing this year. And last year they won an OEAA for their dance piece last year.
So they did. That's right.
That's great.
Award-winning Vokes Dance Collective returning to Omaha
Fringe. Returning. That's great.
Nice.
And then over in UNO 006, that's the smaller studio space right next door to the main stage. We've got a few more shows to share with you. The first up is History of a Present Illness. That's by Zadika Poindexter. It's a choreo poem that blends movement, poetry, and testimony to explore the complex relationships between Black women and the healthcare system.
A choreo poem.
What is that?
Fascinating. A choreographed poem?
Oh, I see.
Which is
movement.
I am not sure I have heard that phrase before. I think I just learned a new word today.
Yeah, me too.
Choreo poem.
Movement.
Well, if you're curious to see what that show is, what that means, I mean, that's a great way to get yourself introduced. And Zadika, she was actually on her wait list for a long time. She was the last artist we got in because we'll, the way our Fringe works, sometimes you go along the way and people have to drop out for whatever reason as we get along from our 20 slots. So whoever has put an application to the Fringe ends up on our wait list in another, we lottery those slots off too. So she was waiting for a long time to see if she's going to get in. And I think literally like just over a month ago, we were at the cutoff point to like, we can't add anyone else because we don't have time to put it together. But she was right there and she was like, I'm in, let's do it. So I'm excited to see what she's bringing and we'll see. It's just another way to Fringe. Sometimes you get that last minute notice and you're like, all right, I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And then we've got A Suite for Small Spaces 2. It's 2 because I think it was done. The original one was done a while back, but it's by Ever After Productions. That's Julian Adair's dance company. An evening of new dance works by Julian Adair, and is the second in a series of new choreography performed by Ever After Productions. There was an article in Omaha Magazine, I think, or it might have been I think it was Omaha Magazine, that Julian did an interview about dancing as an older woman and what that's like, and she's staying active and keeps doing her art, and so this is a testament to trying new things. And she was very excited about getting to be in the Fringe and getting to try this out. So we're excited to see what she does with that. And then we've got Percolate. This is another dance show. It's by Creative Moves. Julie Lear Van Sickle, she's from Idaho. She's been in the Fringe for 3 years now, and she's again one of those touring Fringe people. So she applies every year, just hoping she'll get in, and then she goes to whatever Fringes she gets into. And she was just in town a couple weeks ago, traveling through Omaha on her way back from, I want to say, Green Bay Fringe. And so I met up with her. We got some drinks. And we talked about her show, and she's actually going to be staying at my house for the course of the festival because she's not from here. So I'm like, sure, you can stay in my guest room. That sounds great. So
that's nice.
I love her shows. Again, one of the dancers that I think just like she makes me interested in dance in a way I wasn't before. So, and it's very, very different from others. She usually does some more audience interactive pieces. I think this show particularly is a more audience interactive show, and there's an award at I want to say Atlanta Fringe. It's either Atlanta or one of the Florida Fringes that she has an award named after her, after the show, called the Percolate Award for how creative her show was. So they give out this award named after the show. So it's an award named show. And she's really excited to bring it here. So if you like coffee and you like having fun and doing a little movement, it's the show for you.
There we go.
Okay.
We've got The Howler. It's a short play by Ash Toynton. I really hope I said that right, Ash. I'm sorry if I didn't. It's a new comedic play about wannabe detectives hot on the trail of a classic cold case, the Howler killings.
Nice.
So maybe a whodunit sort of mystery. Yeah. I've heard a little bit about this piece. It was done, I think they did a staged reading at UNO as part of UNO's New Way, New Works play festival that they did this last season. And now they're doing a fully produced version of that show.
Wow.
Cool.
So another piece that's gone through development. And then finally, we've got Wheeling It on a Date. This is by Rick and Coley, the Rick and Coley Project. It's written by Coley Girouse. She's a good friend of mine from the Circle Theatre. And it's about a young person looking for love gets set up on a blind date with Chloe, another young person who is paraplegic. The two go off for the night on a date. It's about them, their relationship budding, and I'm sure it has, from what I know from Coley, based a little bit about personal experience and some imagined things. So, and Coley is such a bubbly, lovely, light-filled person. So even if she's just a great person to meet. So I'm really excited she gets to put her work on the stage. She's been really excited about getting something of her own work produced. So no better way to do it than to just get it done yourself. And here's your space. Let's do it. So
great.
That one should be really great. And that's what we've got at the Fringe. That's all. That's the
awesome.
Fastest summary of the 20 shows happening at the Fringe.
Not bad.
So you were able to get all 20.
Yes, yeah, and this year we do have 20 shows. Sometimes, that happens where people drop late and we only have 19 or 18, but it's all 20, so...
Right, wow.
Sweet.
So that's very exciting, and so much to do to get ready in the next few days before the festival starts, but yeah, and then, besides the shows we're offering, the Fringe also has lots of different other things going on. I won't go into the details of all the things that we've got going on, but with our Fringe Passport, where you can win prizes for seeing lots of shows, we've got the Best of Fest Audience Award. And then this year, we are partnering with Scooter's Coffee. They're a sponsor for our festival in more ways than one. They give us a bunch of donations for prizes for the Passport, but they also are partnering us on a day of giving on the Saturday of the festival. So for that entire business day from 5:30 a.m. to 9 p.m., 10% of all of the sales at the Scooters at 10169 Maple Street. That's the one around 102nd and Maple. Okay. 10% of all the proceeds that day go to the Omaha Fringe.
That's really nice.
Yes, which is, it's just so awesome. And I got a shout out to Amber and McMichael over there, the manager. She's been so awesome to work with, and we're very excited to do that.
That's huge. Scooters are busy places.
And then from 8 a.m. to noon that day, we're going to have pop-up performances from some of the Fringe performers that are going to go out and do little snippets of their show. Cool. So you can grab a coffee or a tea or whatever your preferred caffeinated beverage, or decaffeinated. I don't know who you are.
That's right.
Whatever you prefer, get yourself a drink. You can watch some previews of Fringe shows and support some of the artists who are going to be performing. So that should be a very exciting little mini event, and then we'll do more shows in the afternoon. So that's a jam-packed day that Saturday.
Yes.
Wow. Great.
I enjoy that. Excellent.
And so are you having a kickoff on?
We are, yes. Yeah. So
Thursday?
The opening party will be on Wednesday, August 6th. So it's the day before shows begin. It'll be at the Shelterbelt Theatre. Okay. And doors will open at 7 o'clock, and we'll start the program around 7:30. We'll show some preview videos of the different shows that are happening at the Fringe so people can get a little taste of what's going on, and a much better explanation of those shows than I can possibly give through my limited knowledge. And then we'll be just kicking off the festival and having a good time, getting to most of the artists are attending, so people can meet the artists in the Fringe and meet each other, network, and just overall celebrate the beginning of this year's Fringe Festival.
That's great. Oh, well, we so appreciate us being able to talk to you before everything begins.
Yes.
And get this out there. I know you've been super busy, and we really appreciate your
partnership. Quite an undertaking, especially with a new venue this year. That's really cool. So now there's four spaces in 3 different venues, which is super cool. I think that's probably the biggest so far.
Yes.
That Fringe has been, with all 20 acts in attendance this year. Very nice.
Yes, we're just getting bigger and better every year, and it's just, I mean, it's really exploded this year. So I'm excited to see what happens for it. And so we'll see you all on the Fringe, I hope.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, thank you very much for talking with us. And just like you said, there was a ton more interest, seems like, this year. And that's a great thing, and hopefully that continues.
Yeah.
And got a great lineup, and everybody, full roster this year, and a brand new venue.
Yeah.
Can't ask for much more.
Right. Oh, thank you. We're so excited for you. Have a great Fringe.
Yes, we always look forward to talking with you, and hopefully we can talk with you next time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you all for having me on today.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
For the Omaha Fringe tickets and information, go to omahafringe.org. The kickoff begins August 6th, and the Omaha Fringe runs from August 7th through August 10th.
Thank you for listening and supporting the arts in the Platte River area and beyond. Please subscribe to our podcast so you are sure to catch all of our future episodes and join us on social media. See you next time on the Platte River Bard.